Ransomware encrypts a computer network's data to hold it hostage and then will only give the digital decryption key to unlock it for a price.
The average payment climbed from a few $1,000s in 2018 to more than $230,000.
Desperate to recover their data, some businesses have paid as much as $935,000 in ransom.
They demand a ransom, usually in Bitcoin, a largely untraceable digital currency.
Ransomware has become such a frequent occurrence. 40% of companies in the UK, with over 250 employees, are now stockpiling Bitcoin in the event of an attack.
Oh man, this is terrible. These hackers aren't just forcing people to pay money, they're forcing them to learn about Bitcoin. Well, that's the real crime. But at the same time, it makes sense. You know, if your company gets hacked, then you're prepared. And if you don't get hacked, you can always give Bitcoin to your employees as Christmas gifts. Happy holidays, everyone! Go buy a hitman off the dark web. Yay! But yes, much like matcha flavoring, ransomware attacks went from something you've never really heard of to being basically everywhere. Which makes sense, because as the world gets more online, there are more and more targets to choose from. And it's not helping that it's also really cheap and easy to pull these scams off.
Ransomware incident usually starts innocently enough, maybe an interesting special promotion offer or an email disguised as coming from your boss. But once you click on the link or download the file, it can kick off a debilitating attack.
The barriers to entry to create ransomware are really low.
Hackers advertise do-it-yourself ransomware kits on the dark web.
It's an incredibly detailed guide that enables you to customize every aspect of the ransomware without ever really having to write any code yourself.
Today, almost anyone can get their hands on ransomware technology. Ransomware can be purchased on the deep web for as little as $39.
Okay, whoa, that's crazy to me. You can buy ransomware for just $39? That's like nothing. I mean, to be fair though, that's probably the version that has ads, right? Like you can shut down America's energy infrastructure, but every 10 minutes you have to watch that stupid Limu Emu commercial. What the hell is that? I'm not gonna buy insurance from an emu. I'm gonna buy it from a gecko. Sophisticated like that. And by the way, am I the only one who feels like it kind of ruins the drama of a ransomware attack when you find out that all these guys are doing is basically just tricking someone inside the company into giving them access? Because like, when you think of hacking, what do you think of? You think of the computer equivalent of Tom Cruise breaking into a building with diamond cutters and coming down from the ceiling on wires and dodging the lasers, you know? When in reality, it's more like Tom Cruise just yelling at a security guard, "Hey, I'm here to fix the toilet!" And then the guard just waves him in. And the reason this works so well is because people will click on anything. I mean, have you seen the links at the bottom of news articles? "You'll never believe what the house from Malcolm in the Middle looks like today." I mean, I've never even seen that show, but I've read that article 8 times. And one of the most messed up things about these crimes is who tends to be the victims. It's not usually rich corporations because they can afford the latest cybersecurity and the best IT guys. You know, talking about the guy with the shortest short sleeve button downs, you know, the ones that barely make it past the shoulders. So because these companies are harder to strike, instead, the hackers squeeze ransom out of the places that can already least afford it.
For years, ransomware attacks have targeted retailers, hospitals, police departments, utilities, state and local governments. Their data held hostage until they pay up.
Cash-strapped municipalities are uniquely vulnerable to this kind of ransomware attack because they're using older systems, they don't keep them updated, and they don't have the resources to be able to respond.
Today, 26% of cities and counties say they fend off an attack on their networks every hour.
Cyber crooks know governments and hospitals are likely to pay because they can't afford not to.
There was nothing that we could do to unlock those files.
The best option for us, even though it was the last and worst option for us, was to pay the ransom.
Shame, man. I can't believe hackers are stooping so low that they're demanding ransom from police departments. It's disgusting. They need that money for their brutality settlements, you monsters. And of course a hospital has no other choice but to pay. I mean, if hackers shut down your operating room in the middle of a surgery, what are you gonna do? Send the patient home with only one of their butt implants put in? No, the cheeks would be uneven. So, hackers are using ransomware to cripple hospitals, police departments, utility companies, and local governments. And as a society, it's gonna be chaos if all of those things crash. I mean, except for the hospitals. I don't need those. When it's my time, and I'm ready, B. Unless it's my appendix, then I need a hospital. But I mean for like major shit, you know what I mean?